What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Litecoin today, LTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? Here we are at about $76.40 right now. At the base of this kind of drop that we've seen. I very much do believe that we're at our low. If we look at the RSI here, let me see. Do I have to? That was weird. Let's see. Make it a little bit bigger there. We are in an area that we've bounced from basically every time this cycle, right? You found support in this area here, went up. Found support in this area here, you went up. You found support in this area here, a little bit lower to be fair, but you went up. Support in this area here as well. Support, support, support. I wonder what's next, right? I think we're going to go up. I actually believe that we're going to see the strongest move, the most fantastic move that Litecoin's seen this whole damn cycle. That's the expectation, right? If we look at this, it's a very long and boring accumulation phase that we've got going on here, right? Very, very long and boring. I'm sorry, that's not the perfect box, but you can see what I'm going for there, right? This area, this whole area. Why was that so much easier to do? I don't understand. Very long and boring accumulation phase. The people who reap the rewards, right? The people who see the most out of a move are the people who buy during the boring times, right? The people who up here are like, hey man, I squeezed this lemon for all it's got. I bought below $60. I bought below $50. They're the people that endure the boring time. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but the boring times are the places that most people should buy, but they don't. It's where a lot of people sell. They sell when they're bored. The exciting times are where most people should sell, but they don't. It's where they buy, because exciting times, for some reason, you know, I mean, not for some reason. I get the psychology behind it. I feel the emotions myself. They encourage us to buy more because you just see that price going up. I want to offer a perspective here, okay? More than the perspective that I've just offered, I suppose. We were here at the same price. We went all the way up to about $420, right there. I'm gonna put my magnet back on. $420 right there. Speaking of 420, it's 420. Happy 420, everybody, on this, the day of April 20th. $413, my bad, right there. So this right here, if we were to see that same move from the exact same price that we're at now, that would take up until September of this year. The perspective I'd like to offer is this from November of 2019 until essentially November of 2020 for a whole year was a very boring and drawn out consolidation phase. And you had this kind of miraculous move. This happened during COVID, the aftermath of COVID. This happened during high inflation around the world, uncertain times, very fearful times in the markets for real reasons, like geopolitical, geoeconomical things were not good, not looking good at all. We had quantitative tightening. We had interest rates on the increase, on the incline, right? All these things. Now, instead of a 1-year consolidation phase, you have a 3-year consolidation phase, much larger, and it's absolutely accumulative. It seems like you're accumulating right here. At least to me it does. Much larger accumulation phase. Quantitative tightening is lessening. It's starting to shift. It seems as though we're starting to shift to quantitative easing, potentially in the near future. Interest rates are going to come down and continue to come down. That's the expectation. At least we're not on the increase. Inflation is at low levels for inflation, below the target lows, right? And things seem to be turning up in the world, at least from an economic standpoint. I know it depends on what kind of media source you look at. Everybody has their own beliefs on the economy. I think that we're at the bottom. I think a lot of people are late, right? A lot of people are assuming that we're about to enter a recession. I think what we experienced in 2021 up until now has that has been the recession. We've already done the recession. We're not going to get 2 recessions in a row, you guys. We've had a 4-year recession already. Look back. That's what it was from 2021 up until now. Okay, we're already at the base of it. We've got nowhere but up to go. It can always get worse before it gets better. Of course it could. But the thing is, if you look at the macroeconomic indicators, if you look at the monetary policy that's coming in, things are actually more positioned for upside to come in than downside. But I think at the end of the day, we'll just see how it goes, right? What do I know? I'm not an economist. I'm just a chart monkey. But I very much do believe that we've got some very bullish times ahead of us, you guys. Very, very bullish times indeed. My thought is that if this is what we saw last time, this movement from this exact same price, and it took us until what would be September of this year to see that, my thoughts are more accumulation, more bullish narratives being built. Crypto's more bullish now than it ever was last cycle. What was I? There was a thought I was going to say about the recession, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, we're not. I don't think we're going into a recession. That's all I was trying to say. I think that we're Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. One last thing. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but on the note of it being a recession, you guys aware that the last administration in the White House, they had to change the definition of what a recession was. They did. They changed the formal definition of what a recession was, what defines a recession in economic terms, because if they did not, we would have been defined as being in a recession, and no president wants that. Right? No, nobody wants to be a president who's in a recession, but that's why people are late to this discussion, this topic of the recession. People are saying, "Oh, the recession is happening now," but no, that's not the case, right? Maybe some people at the top are feeling it, but the thing is, the working class, the people in the lower class, the people who have to work for a living, we're all aware that the recession happened in 2021. It's been ongoing since then, right? That was not a boom from 2021 up until now. We've had the recession happen. The recession already happened. It's not happening, and the reason we know that is because the last administration literally had to change. This is a fact. This is not a theory. This is not political BS. I'm just being real here. They had to change the definition of what a recession was, and they did change it. Because if not, we would have been defined as being in a recession. We've already had a recession, okay? I'm done. If I say recession again, drink or smoke, it's 420 anyways. So here we are, $76 now. My thought that I'm offering here is we're in different times, much more bullish times, a larger phase of accumulation. My thought is this move, this same exact move now, what took in equivalence of time would take up until September to be realized, I think will take less than half that time, right? Like we will literally see something by the end of June at this area. That's my expectation. I think this move is going to be eruptive, explosive, dramatically larger than what we saw last cycle. And this is great. That's phenomenal. I don't think anybody would complain if Litecoin was at $400 by the end of September, but it's not what we're expecting. We're expecting this by the end of June. By the end of September, by the end of October, by the end of November, Litecoin's looking for new all-time highs. High to low, I'm thinking Litecoin stops at $2,000 or above at a minimum by the end of the cycle. Because if you think this was fast, let me re-say this. If you think the move that's coming is going to be fast, like I do, because of this large accumulation phase, right? Well, I got another accumulation phase for you to talk about here real quick. Hold on, I gotta plug my computer in. I'm a mess today, guys. I'm a little bit sick. I'm getting over a cold here. I've had one for like a week, or a little bit over a week. If you think this accumulation phase was massive and that would lead to a massive breakout, well, let's connect some more dots. What about this? What about this multi-cycle long accumulative phase that we have here? What kind of move is that going to have? I'm assuming that we're going to see some of the most bullish behavior, some of the largest growth in the shortest amount of time for Litecoin that we've seen since the 2017 cycle, literally since the 2017 cycle. That's my expectation. And I very much do believe that we'll see $2,000 at a minimum, potentially prices that are at $4,500 to $6,300. That's what I'm thinking. We could even see prices above 10K at a maximum. I don't think we go here. I like the square. I don't like the ovals. I think that the square is where we're going to go right here. Okay, we're not going to stop in the ovals. They all kind of look like ovals now because of how I draw. But all I'm trying to say, guys, is we're at $76 now. Larger accumulation phase than we had last cycle. More bullish narrative overall going on for LTC and for crypto. Utilized by more merchants than any other crypto in the space other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? It's going to claim its spot. It's been in the top 20 basically its whole damn life. It's going to climb the ranks and continue to grow. Okay, monthly RSI looks bullish as hell. We've got a very nice and well-defined uptrend in the RSI here on the monthly time frame. It looks as though we're going to see the overbought zone by the time we end this next move here. If we're looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly RSI is at this area that we found support time and time again. The daily RSI is breaking out of this downtrend, right? In the RSI, we're finding support on the 40 and we're poised to go higher. The stuff that's happening right now over the past week, this little like kind of boring bit, this is nothing, right? We've got nothing but upside to go. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least. We're at $76 now. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if Litecoin was above $100 by the end of this month of April, which we only have 10 days left, right? And then going into May, going into June, we're going to see some phenomenal recovery overall to our all-time high area. And it's even possible that we actually do see new all-time highs by the end of June, but we'll see how far we go. My expectation by the end of June is that Litecoin sees prices at least around like 280, but I really do think that we're going to break above 300, and at most somewhere around like $400, $420. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Actually, I do want to look at one more thing real quick. Yeah, the weekly ribbon's looking fine, good. Monthly ribbon What are you doing here, monthly ribbon? Okay, you do have a bullish cross, don't you? Maintaining it, still maintaining it. Nice. You just want to get this month. If we could get this month, yeah, to $100 or higher, that would actually look really good on this ribbon here. Even if you only get to be fair, if you close it like $90 or higher, that's fine as well. Daily ribbon. Yeah, the daily ribbon looks pretty damn strong to the downside, but I think we're about to turn that beat around personally. Last time we found resistance, we went all the way down here. This time we found resistance, we're turning around, we're kind of hugging it, so I think we're going to reverse that, but time will tell. I got nothing else for you guys. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.